Today, I'm dedicating my 10th speech in the Competent Communication Manual to you, my fellow Toastmasters and guests. Today, I'd like to share with you my public speaking journey from being a shy communicator to a baffling communicator to a competent communicator. Today is the day where you, every one of you, will be inspired to pick up your Competent Communication Manual and start embarking on your Toastmasters journey. Many of us, actually most of us, if not all of us, feel many emotions every day, from happiness to sadness to anger. But the one emotion that captures us all in public speaking is fear. I'd like to share with you a story of mine, being a shy communicator. At a very young age, I was very conscious of my accent, the grammar mistakes I was making. Consequently, I strived to always speak as few words as possible. But then came the day where I had to do my first speech for an English assignment. It was extremely daunting. But I told myself I could do this. And even better, I'm going to memorize and score those extra brownie points that we get at high school for doing such things. On the day, just like today, I got up from my chair, came to the front, and I started my speech. It was excruciating. It was only 30 seconds max, but it felt like eternity. Luckily, my English teacher told me to sit down and said, "Alan, have another go next time," instead of failing me on the spot. At the end of the session, my English teacher came to me and said, "What happened, Alan?" Because he knew I had practice. And I told him what I just told you. The fear of my accent, the fear of my grammar mistakes, and most important of all, the fear of being ridiculed for them. I had no courage. But then, what he told me next stuck in my mind and changed the way I viewed fear. Successful people still feel fear, they just don't let it hold them back. With that in mind, showing a lot of tenacity, I took on the speech at the next session and I delivered it. I was very happy, very proud, not just because I managed to deliver the speech, but I felt I was evolving away from being a shy communicator. Little did I know that, like a leech sucking life from its host, fear was still sucking the courage out of me. Whenever I gave a presentation, started a conversation, or asked questions, I would not think before speaking in most cases. Why? Fear was gripping on me. I was too busy trying to hold myself together, trying to breathe, and trying not to collapse. Consequently, words capriciously came out of my mouth, and I was forming questions, comments, and conversations in a very awkward way. Now, if you ask me, I would say it's disjointed, nonsensical, but fear gave me enough breathing space to have some element of coherence. I must have had my on and off days because I did quite well in an interview for Treasury. Why do I think so? Because I got a job from Treasury. Other than that, I might have walked a very, very fine line between being coherent and being nonsensical. Now, that was me, baffling communicator. 12 months down the line, gaining hands-on experience at Treasury. I was enjoying work, but deep down in my heart, the back of my mind, I felt I can't be a baffling communicator forever. Then, Toastmasters International answered my calling. They had a PR campaign down at the National Library, and I attended that. The rest is history, and I am here today. Toastmasters taught me many things, but above all else, it taught me how to make my speeches sound professional, coherent, and interesting. Many of you who are either new or have done very few speeches may say, when you hear great speeches or speakers, you wonder how much is from talent, how much of that is from hard work. And I will tell you, it's both. For some of you, you may think it's like being at the bottom of the Mount Everest, looking up at the peak and saying, how do I get there? Well, you've taken the first step of joining Toastmasters. You've taken some more steps of being here today. The next step is to pick up your Competent Communication Manual and start speaking from your heart. Many of you may say, but speaking from your heart is out of your comfort zone, and you don't feel like doing that. But there's no need to be scared, because in Toastmasters, you don't fail. We pride ourselves in supporting each other. Members to members, we help each other, just like Lars is helping me right now. You should just jump out and speak. Before Toastmasters, I spent many young years, or early years I should say, being a shy communicator where fear stole my voice. I spent some more years being a baffling communicator where fear discombobulated my ability to be coherent. But now, I stand by you as a competent communicator where fear is not holding me back. Instead, I am embracing fear. I embrace and I look forward to my journey beyond the Competent Communication Manual. And I encourage you all, every one of you, to embark on your Toastmasters journey, either completing the Competent Communication Manual or your Dance Manual. For many of you, Toastmasters is a door to a rabbit hole, to something higher, but you may be led astray from family commitments or work priorities. But I can assure you, Triangle Club, Toastmasters International, and your manual is your beacon of light. Thank you for listening, and I hope you enjoy my speech.